Hey, thanks so much for clicking on this video and checking out the testimonial. I'm with Jonas right here, and he is absolutely smashing the car detailing niche. He does live transfers for car detailers. You're at like 25K a month now, right, Jonas? You're saying?
As of right now, yeah,
Yeah,
as
and
of right
that's
now.
all pretty much all recurring revenue. No piffs in there. So
No,
you know
no.
that's a it's a real agency, man. Absolutely crushing it, dude. Yeah, so I obviously really appreciate you jumping on, like I already said. So I'll just jump straight in and ask like before working with call center mastery, what kind of problems were you having? What was it like before working with us?
Yeah, so I mean, basically our call center was complete shambles. Um, we weren't getting the amount of transfers that we wanted for our clients, and there was a lot of problems on the back end. Everything was disorganized. There was no tracking set up as well. That's a big thing. Like all the tracking that I was doing was all manual. Like I had to input it in like a spreadsheet. And it was like for 20 different people, so it really sucked. It wasn't accurate either. So yeah, overall horrible, to be honest. It was
Yeah,
horrible.
it's hard, man. A lot of people when they this I think this is the problem, right? A lot of people when they first build the call center, they think that it's just like some simple thing, like they just plug it in, it's good to go, right? How long were you doing the call center stuff before you jumped into call center mastery?
Oh, only like maybe like 2 months or so.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. So you
so it was
knew
like
pretty
brand
quickly
new.
that yeah, you knew pretty quickly that you were like struggling, you needed help. That's good. That's good, man.
Yeah,
Dude, some people
yeah.
I've worked with, they take like a year. And I'm like,
Mm.
and because they're so adamant on doing it themselves. And then when they finally join, they're like, oh my God, I wish I just joined this earlier. So you did a good job. You saved yourself a bunch of time. Yeah, I love that, man. And what do you think the biggest impact call center mastery has had on your agency?
Well, I mean, before the call center, bro, I was like nowhere near 10,000 consistently, to be honest. It was always like up and down and such. And the
Yeah.
one thing I will say is with the call center involved, the churn is like basically zero. Like I keep the people I sign, and then
That's
obviously
so good.
improving that is just way better. Like with the program and all that, like it allowed me to basically fix up a good like a 99% of the problems that I have. So that means like our clients are staying for longer, getting better results. So. Overall, bro, it makes it way more. I mean, it affects everything. I mean, number one, on the front end, when I'm selling, I have full conviction in my product, right? I don't have any because even when I first started the call center, I was like, okay, we have a call center, but like sometimes it does all right, sometimes it doesn't. Like now it's just like, bro, majority of the time we're getting the fucking KPIs we need to hit for our clients, and the churn is basically zero. So, um, I guess that's where it had the biggest impact, I'd say, if I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
dude. I love that, man. It's literally why, because this is the thing about the call center as well. It's like, really, what's the end goal, right? Like, we're not building a call center just for the sake of a call center. The call center is the means to try and achieve something, further along in the agency. And I think it comes down to really, like, if we're being honest, it comes down to making as much money as possible. If we're being real, right? Obviously, we want to have an impact. We want to help people. But really, like, we're all doing this because we want to make money, right? And
Yeah.
so, if you can get your churn down to zero, then that's just the call center such a great vehicle for that, right? So I'm glad, yeah, that's awesome, man. I love that. And how hard would you say it was to go through the program, implement the systems, like even how much time did it take? Like how much time did it take you? How hard was it? Like all that kind of stuff.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, it did take me a while because I
Yep.
wasn't actually doing it properly. Like I didn't really watch the course go after until like months like two, if I'm being
Dude,
honest. But like it took me maybe like 2 days to implement everything when I actually tried to implement it. You know what I mean?
yeah, man.
Like
It was. I remember you used to
seriously.
jump on my calls, and you were asking questions, and I was like, "Yeah, dude. Like, have you not watched this video? You not watched that video?" You're like, and you were
Yeah.
to be fair, dude. You never lied. You were straight up. You're like, "Look, I'm just, I haven't watched it all yet." And then one day I was like, "Dude, you just gotta watch it, and then you understand." And then you watched it, and now like, yeah, it's obviously so much better. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. The thing about it as well is like. I've tried to keep it. I don't know if you'd agree with this, but I've tried to keep the program like succinct. I've tried to make it like very like, okay, click this, do that, do this. Like I've tried not to what a lot of programs you buy, they're just
Yeah.
like a lot of waffle, and it's like kind of like, oh my God, like another 3 hour video or some bullshit, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, with this one I've tried. So it is quite condensed, but yeah, once you actually sit down and do it, it's you can get through it pretty quickly.
Yeah. It's not there's no yapping, it's all just like tutorial videos, so I really appreciated that actually because I bought a bunch of other stuff and there's a lot of yapping.
Yeah,
I don't like to hear that stuff. It's just like
yeah,
everything's to the point. I actually like the fact you just do all the steps every single time on every video. So the make stuff, the go high level stuff, that you went through everything, like very in
Oh,
deep.
good.
Like,
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, yeah, because you're right. In the videos, I literally like, even if I've done it in a previous video, I will still go back through the steps
yeah,
just so it's super clear, right? It's like it's a hard thing to
yeah,
set up. You've got to make sure you're paying attention. So I think it's. I'm glad. I didn't even think about that. I'm glad you appreciate that. That's great, man. Yeah,
yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah.
And what kind of fears or worries did you have? Like, obviously, when we first spoke, we were signing you up. Like, what kind of things were you thinking maybe would go wrong, or what kind of concerns did you have?
I didn't have any concerns to be honest, bro.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
It was just like I already knew the sauce was there. Like we actually had like a couple of calls before, like
Yeah.
on other stuff where it was like, I mean, I know I need to pay. I just didn't want to pay for some reason. I was like, I don't want to pay money, bro. Like I'm just trying to I can figure this out on my own. It's like an ego thing, right? It's like I'm smart enough to figure it. I clearly fucking wasn't. But
Yeah,
uh
dude, I get
yeah,
it,
I was
man.
paid. The program is actually very cheap in comparison to what you're actually getting for it. Like,
Yeah, man.
I'm not
I'm gonna
gonna lie,
put the
bro.
price.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's light, bro. It's light. It's not like it's not like you're paying a shitload. Like it actually like if you pay the money, you'll make a big ROI if you actually fix your stuff. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's
yeah.
exactly it, man. I'm just not the best at sales and marketing. That's why I've kept it pretty low for now. But as like we're running ads, it's going well. Like, we're gonna start putting the price up now. But yeah, dude, it's and yeah, because you should join a bunch of my agency lab coaching calls, right? And
Mhm.
you should ask a lot of questions in there. And that happens to a lot of people, man. That they ask the questions, and then after like 2 or 3 calls, they're like, okay, this guy, he knows what he's talking about. I'm gonna sign up. So yeah, it makes sense why you don't have many concerns, and that's all good. Yeah. And
Yeah.
what have your favorite parts of the program been so far, would you say?
Um, Definitely the round robin stuff that I just implemented. That shit works great.
Oh,
Um,
awesome.
yeah, because I was just doing like sole agent that really sucked. It was ruining everything.
Yeah,
The
love that.
tracking is fire. Took a while to set up, but it's working now, and thank God, because now I can actually look at my accounts and think, okay, this guy's doing shit. This agent is doing bad. I gotta
Yeah,
fire this person. I gotta do this and that. You know what I mean? So,
love
um,
that, man. Love that. Yeah,
yeah.
how did you find the hiring funnel? I know that
Oh yeah, the hiring stuff. Yeah, that helped out too a lot. Yeah,
yeah, good
yeah.
stuff.
I hired a bunch of people. It was very easy to set up. I mean, literally just setting up a LinkedIn page and then just ripping a
It's
funnel
super
from
easy,
that.
right? And dude, this is the thing, right?
Crazy.
I literally spoke to a guy, I spoke to a guy, one of our clients, Damien earlier. And no, it wasn't Damien. So who was it? It was can't remember who it was now. Oh no, that was it. It was Devin, not Damien, Devin.
Mm.
And he was saying that he went through the hiring funnel. He spent like $40 and got like 60 applicants or something crazy. Um, and I was like, you see why I think it's insane when you have these placement agencies, right? You pay them like 1 to 2K to find you an appointment setter, and like you
Yeah.
can literally find like hundreds or even thousands for that amount of money if you just do the ads yourself. Like, and it's yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. I've paid for placement agencies before. They did all right. Like they did good. But like for the amount of money that I was paying, it's just like, I mean, I could just do this on my own.
It's insane,
Yeah.
man. It's
It's
insane.
crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
But when you get the high level positions, like yeah, placement agent, like recruiters, like you need them for like the C-suite. But when it comes to like appointment setters, you don't need like some crazy, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, cool, man. And the final thing, dude, is what would you say to people that are potentially on the fence about call center mastery? Like, what would you say to recommend this?
Um, in terms of if you have a call center already, then you might as well do it. I think Aaron has worked with like super huge agencies. I'm pretty sure he worked with Gym Launch, right? So
Yep.
it's like
Yep.
this guy knows what he's fucking talking about. It's not like if you don't have a call center, then also buy it as well. Because I mean, call centers are literally like the base minimum now. Like leads are just offering leads itself is fucking horrible. High churn, hard to sell. It sucks. It doesn't help the clients at all whatsoever. So
Yeah, man.
literally, and obviously anyone can build out a call center, but it's hard to keep efficient. So if you just go into the program off the rip, you don't have to go through like the months and months of trying to fucking figure it out and feeling like dog shit and then churning people and like fucking, you know what I mean? Like you save yourself all that stress, all the problems that you usually face. So yeah, just go into it, bro. You know what I mean?
Love that, dude. Yeah. I tell
Yeah.
you what, some of that stuff that you said there, I might even run that as like because I do a lot of selfie video ads, right? I love the way you just said like, yeah, doing leads only is fucking horrible. Like churn's I
Bro,
love that you said that. It's
sucks.
so true.
It sucks, bro. I hate leads, bro. Even for me, I'm like, bro, I hate calling leads. I hate double dialing people. I do it because I have to do it, but I hate doing it.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just, and obviously other people, like when I'm thinking about, okay, my clients, I want to make sure they make money. They're paying me a lot of money. I want to make sure they actually make money. I don't want to be a scammer. So I'm like, okay, because a lot of the times, if you're offering leads only, like you're a scammer, bro. Like essentially, that's what you are. Because out of like maybe 10 clients, maybe three of them will keep a prom. Maybe three of them will do all right. And it's just it's like, okay, well, if you bought something 10 times, you only got what you paid for three times. It's basically a fucking scam, right? So it's like, I'd rather just dump the money into, like, you might as well dump the money into what makes you actually good. You'll feel good. You'll go to sleep at night not feeling like you're a scammer. You'll fucking help people out. You'll change lives. Like, it's a no-brainer, bro. You have to build out a call center. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
man. I used to feel the same, dude. When I used to run my agency without a call center, I'd feel the same. Like, and you'd keep telling yourself it was the client, right? But oh, for that client was a problem in the future when I
yeah,
sign up, and you keep telling yourself this,
yeah,
and like you do start to feel like a scat. It's horrible, like because you want to do something good and you want to help people, and it's yeah. I fully agree with you, man. Yeah,
yeah.
agree.
Like, not obviously, not every client's gonna succeed all of a sudden because you have a call center,
Of
but
course, of
it
course.
makes it like it makes it 10 times easier, way easier to sell. Like, not like I'm not even gonna lie. My cost per acquisition has literally halved. My fucking lead cost is halved. My show rate is tripled. Like, the call center affects every part of the business just because it's such an easy thing to sell, especially for like a niche like mine where no one's fucking doing it. Like,
Yep,
no one is like, I think one or two people do transfer to learn to me out of
yep.
like the tons of agencies that are there. So it's like it's giving me that unique selling point. I charge a shitload of money compared to before, way easier to sell. It affects everything. So if you just build out, if like you focus on what actually helps the person to succeed, you're gonna make a lot more money. And that's what Aaron actually told me when I signed up. It was like, bro, like if you actually build out a good call center, you'll make more money. Like, you know what I mean? So
Amen.
yeah,
Amen, man. Oh, dude, Jonas, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate, dude. Really, really appreciate this. And yeah, dude, keep jumping on the coaching calls. Let's keep scaling together, man.
yes, sir, yes, sir. 50 racks next month or
Yeah,
something like
man.
that.
For sure, dude.
50K a month.
Awesome.